Good morning. It's about 1 a.m. here, 1:04. I had to fix that clock. It's 4 minutes slow. Have I been saying that for about 4 years? Not that long, maybe 4 months. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. We were doing William Shipman was one of our random ones. This is actually a really interesting history. It's fun to be able to incorporate the information we learn in the book and then be able to go online and look up different things. This one, William Shipman, he is an American surgeon, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, October 1736, Germantown, Pennsylvania. July 11th, 7/11, 1808, 1808. Uh-oh, Vern. He was graduated at Princeton in 1754. So he got his, took his MD at the University of Edinburgh. Professor of Anatomy and Surgeries. This is an interesting history, especially for back in those times, late 1700s. You can go online and read a lot more about it. It's just a small paragraph here in the encyclopedia. 1777 through 1781, he was the Director General of the military hospitals for the United States. And then we were reading about Shipka Pass, Shipka, Pass, Pass. Showboats. They are performing a melodrama on a cruise ship stage. Well, doesn't that sound enticing? You know, people just really don't know how to appreciate fine arts these days. Come see, come say, come saw. Monkey see, monkey do, monkey pee all over you. Yeah, I'm not really sure with that. With a lot of those things, it's difficult for a lot of us over the years with a lot of that stuff, especially those who have become victims to a lot of their games and business, marketing, revenge, targeting. Yeah, we know, and we were very much aware of how much of a target we were decades ago. Probably another one of the reasons we were put on the surveillance training and rehab programs. And it's ridiculous, the people kind of behind and on the front lines, the games they've been playing, trying to prove their different points or opinions and perspectives of others. It is sad. we're concerned about bringing awareness and understanding to all of that, because it helps to bring awareness and understanding and clarity as to how and why our two youngest children are in the hands of a pedophile, sick, sadistic people, really, really abusive people. We've explained how horrible this is, and people have no clue what the fuck is going on here. They want to think it's fake. Well, because a lot of the investigations and the games and the pranks and the innocent hazing, concerned people just keeping an eye, doing the right thing, right. They don't want to have any responsibility or feel any kind of accountability in aiding and abetting these people. And they don't want to accept as to how stupid what they were doing was, and we were telling them all along. And they just keep trying to justify, and how ridiculous and pathetic and nasty and fucking scary that is. Yeah, and then when you have a lot of the people who are aware and are involved with a lot of those investigations and games and pranks and marketing, scouting, whatever it is, they're all good people, right? Over the years, I know you try to tell them, hey, I know you guys are rich, important people, you're doing good things, causes a lot of problems in small areas. And vulnerable people, innocent people always get killed, targeted. To each their own though, right? People only do what they want, their own addictions and vices, and can't force anybody to do anything. Yeah, we've been dealing with a lot of those things our whole lives. A lot of the training and rehab and surveillance programs we were put on in 2000 might help you understand that. And the fundraising companies we worked for and how all that works, and the connections with firefighters, police, special needs. A lot of the love and forgiveness and understanding that comes through in a lot of those situations. When people start to realize and see different involvements, people with their hands kind of tied. It's well known. It's really sad how people kind of just don't talk about it. Oh, that one slipped through the cracks. Oh, that one didn't make it. Oh, man. Sad, huh? Aw. Got caught up in all the hoopla. Happens to the best of them. Yeah, so the History Channel and a lot of those people have been around these areas for quite a while. Yeah, back in 2003, remember that era? That was to do with a lot of the drug investigations too, right? Just telling stories. I don't know. A few of my cousins, supposedly, I remember them saying, I don't know, they did a lot of drugs, but I remember them saying that they did an interview with some of the people from the History Channel to talk about the history of the drugs, actually. I don't know, I'd say ask him, but I'm pretty sure he's dead now. I don't know, he was in a wheelchair back then, wasn't he, Mark? Yeah, I'm pretty sure him and a few others had done some interviews with people that they said were from the History Channel or something, and they were going to do a documentary on the drug trade or, yeah. That was cute, huh? That was also around the time some of the cartel and other druggies and different people, well, not all cartel people are druggies, so separate that, yeah. Some of them, yeah, they don't do their product. Yeah, they know better, huh? Sometimes, right? Maybe sometime, once in a while, responsibly. It's when it's something worthwhile, maybe. Or someone. we've been watching and doing this for so long. It gets old when it's just all around you. It's not when you're one of the vulnerable victims that they like to tap into every once in a while. Yeah, again, which happens, it's nothing personal. I think it's just because of our location and associations and things like that. Parents, brother associations with the cartels, child molesters and stuff like that my whole life. Yeah, probably has something to do with that. Well, when people play stupid to it and everyone's been kind of doing the honky donk dance, it gets old, you know. It was old a long time ago. We are at peace and accepted a long, long time ago. Yeah, we're already dead. We have no goals. How are we feeling? Doesn't matter how we're feeling. Help the fucking children, you dumb fucking morons. Wow, people are fucking shit, fucking stink ass nasty people, huh? We see it so much in a lot of the activist groups and people associated to these groups. I mean, you know, you can make direct connections and ties all the way up the line with different political administrations. Elon Musk. We just listened to some of David Wilcock yesterday. He's been doing lives. He's very much in the know and connected to a lot of the History Channel, drug investigations, the child abuse, the history with that. And some people get a little lost, I think, because he talks in spacek terms often and biblical stuff. Archangel Michael, you know, has a lot of recordings. Well, that's why we try to bring the awareness and just common sense. And when you have those people not really addressing it, almost like they play stupid to it as well, it's so frustrating and annoying to a lot of the victims and people aware, especially those who have children or loved ones or are just aware of the people in the hands of these sickos and how they get abused and killed all the time. When you know how that is and the pain and the suffering that they're enduring at the hands of these sickos and the money they make off of the suffering. Yeah, it's very disturbing. It's really fucking disturbing when you look at what's been happening here in this community as well. Yeah, it's interesting. The sickos who have my children really, remember when I mentioned that person's name? Yeah, they got really pissed off. That was 2011. Well, we had just had a private investigator shoot himself in recent years, 2009. The father of my oldest two had run away spooked. Yeah, I'd never seen him. Yeah, he called me a slave driver. The spiritual people from Waterville had been at him quite a bit, and he was going to the methadone clinic, which I knew the dose they had him on was really ridiculously high. Yeah, they're putting these people on 170, 180 milligrams a day. You ever go into that place? I did. Yeah, you ever talk to the people? I did. Yeah. The patients, the doctors, the therapists, the security guards. Yeah. I'm pretty sure most of those places shut down, didn't they? Whatever happened to all those methadone clinics? And all my heroes at the methadone clinic. Yeah, remember they got shut down. A lot of them, what they were doing was they weren't mixing the bags and the methadone, right? Yeah. So all the methadone was kind of seeping into the corner. So patients weren't really getting their full dose. Right, and that's why they'd have to keep upping and upping their dose. Well, they'd leave the bags out in the dumpster, and then someone else would come through and pick up the box of bags. When you see some of these people and the addictions and how bad it is, over the years I've seen quite a bit, yeah. It's so fucking stupid. Many of us have. I know, it's not talked about too much, but for some reason when one of those people want to talk about it or have an experience, it's such a big deal. And it's like a whole show and a book about it. Oh, hey, you want to help the fucking kids? Oh, it's one of your buddies. Oh, we were the target. You thought, yeah, I know, you hate us too, don't you, there? I know, they think we're bullies, and the animal activists, really, a lot of them hate us, don't they? Yeah, it's pathetic. And when you look at the people they support and what they're doing, and a lot of the shelters they give money to and support or helped build, $1 million shelters. Have you seen some of these shelters? They're amazing. Highly profitable. There's a lot of different marketing streams you can go down with that stuff. Morning, Papa. You doing all right? You doing okay?
Oh yeah, I'm just getting him something to drink.
Yeah.
I just woke up out of nowhere. I'm asleep.
Oh, jeez. He's been in there watching his videos.
Oh, he went to sleep late. I got up, he slept through the day a little bit because he was tired, so did your mother.
Yeah, I know, and then he got up.
I called up, we were sleeping. Somebody else was sleeping. Oh, Wendy. She was a lazy day, nobody can go anywhere.
I know, it's pretty bad out. They were saying the roads are really bad.
Yeah, well, it's all ice and
Yeah, no, it just gets on. Yeah, for that. Let's see, population and political divisions. Which one were we just doing? Physical features. You can help the kids by dropping the bullshit and bringing awareness to the vaccine-injured children and what's been happening here. The facts we've been talking about with the infectious disease specialist back in 2006 in Connecticut that we had to go see. Yeah, some people on an Indian reservation in Arizona told Mom that these Lyme specialists could probably help me. I know. I need help. Yeah, no, it was actually ongoing for years with different things. It's pretty much just bacterial overload. Can give you a lot of tics and tremors, OCD type symptoms, PTSD type symptoms, bipolaric, sudden change in emotions. Is it controllable or uncontrollable? I just crackled into my coffee. Oh, am I supposed to hum to it? What? I love you, coffee. Thank you, baby Jesus. do not pass ahead of me. You are standing into danger. I require assistance. So this is a code, actually. These are codes. So you want to put T means do not pass ahead of me, the letter T. U means you are standing into danger. Standing into danger. Staring could be the same thing. I require medical assistance. That would be W. You want to use a W if you need medical assistance. These are experimental signal corps helmet radio. Oh, look at that. These are the old experimental helmet radios they had for the military. That's so funny. It's like seeing a Mac, huh? Stop. Oh, X means to stop carrying out your intentions and watch my signals. That would be X. Stop carrying out your intentions and watch my signals. No, they won't listen. No, they're rich, pathetic pieces of shit who don't care about you. No, they don't care about you. And they are justified, and they will talk about all the horrible things that have been done to them and their families to justify the bullshit that they are doing to others. I know they're not doing it to you personally, just the decisions and allocations and funding they're giving to others who they know are going to do that with it. Oh God, people are so fucking stupid. Y. Y means I am carrying mails. Z means calling a shore station. I like these. These are fun. Want to practice? Yeah, these are fun. Got more codes if you want them. A means I am undergoing a speed trial. B means I am taking in or discharging explosives. C, that would be a yes, affirmative, Captain. These are alphabet flags and number pennants. It's pretty cool, huh? Oh, I don't know about any of that stuff, no, I'm just a messenger. I'm just aware, trying to do the best I can. I can see others are aware. I can see many of those at different levels. Some are doing the best they can to try to help. And then a lot of times they get pissed off because they get destroyed and lose friends and careers and money. And then it turns into, look at everything I've given up and I'm suffering and depressed and this is horrible. Yeah, that happens a lot over the years with these situations. It's very common. Yeah, and then they make money off of that. It's cute. And no, it's the way it is. It's not anything that they do maniacally, I don't think, a lot of them. I think it just happens. You can't help it. Because that's just the way it is. Yeah. We're not saying anything wrong to do. Again, we don't even expect people to smack the sick pedo on the ass. No, don't even gotta give them a fine or nothing. No, we're just bringing awareness and clarity and understanding. Yeah. Well, I mean, we understand we're rational people, and we know what's circumstantial and what can be proven in a court of law. We're not stupid. Yeah, so that's what we've been explaining to people too, as to how and why they get away with it, with the help of people in the community, all the different confusion and investigations and stuff like that. Yeah, so it'd be helpful if people would get real and stop acting like undercover important people of the community who are hard workers and they deserve attention and their opinions matter. Yeah, no, we're no one. We don't deserve it. We're just helping. We're already dead. I don't know why people like to shout out and say shit like that. And they gotta do something and stop this madness. And they've had enough of me taking advantage of my parents. And I'm a retard. Yeah, I've put them through a lot. It gets so fucking old. Yeah, wow. It's pathetic. Really, really stupid. What's funny is a lot of the people who say that are pathetic pieces of shit drug addicts, causing a lot of the problems in the community. Many have moved away or are dead. I could give two shits about what people think when it comes to that respect. If people think I'm being rude or mean or I shouldn't talk that way, I agree. I absolutely agree. Yeah. It's sad it's come to that, isn't it? Yeah, we're speaking to you from the dead. Absolutely insane, appalling, disgusting, shouldn't be happening or allowed. And if people are going to allow pedophiles and people to abuse innocent, mentally ill, unaware people and take advantage of people such as my parents, the Barones, and their childish beliefs, and get away with killing and fucking their children and grandchildren, and they think they're great. So yeah, we're saying if that's the way it is, you should blow the place the fuck up. Yeah, just end it. Because it's fucking horrible, isn't it? Yeah, that's usually what happens in these situations. It gets kept quiet, quiet, quiet. They create enough awareness and irritation amongst the crazies or the forces that be that will do something about it. We're right here. If it's not true, talk to us. Show us how it's not true. Yeah, because the facts and the reality as we know it says that's true. So we're going to continue to speak out until people do something about it. Right, bring awareness, clarity, public education to the systems. This should be on mainstream news, these cases and situations. Yeah, no, and look at what they focus on and talk about. Yeah, that's exactly. So when we turn on those kind of things, and this is the news they're showing to our parents and the public, and then they just want to say, well, I mean, it's not our fault. Your parents are old dinosaur people who still use flip phones and were never taught how to use the internet. It didn't exist when they were younger. They're stupid. It's not our fault. It's right, and then you have people within the systems actually allowing school shutdowns and the continued ignorance, and then peddling even more stupidity. Yeah, no, it just shows you how many immature fucking retards we've been dealing with over the years. Ain't that America? That's why America's like the stomping ground, silly Americans. Yeah, no, people think it's funny and ignore, and just try to make it. Get out of the ghetto, the poverty areas, the dumb-stricken areas, the ignoramuses. Yeah, you don't want to go there. If you want to go there, you want to stick to these streams. Go to these places. Yeah, I wouldn't go there. Don't eat from that place. That place is okay. Yeah, I really don't know, actually. Things are subject to change at any moment, so why would you listen to me anyways? How do you know who to trust? With what? How can you trust your own instincts and judgment? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, so we have children here. We have 4 children here. 3 are vaccine injured. So 2009, 10, 11, we've talked about a lot of that. And the sicko here, who has my youngest 2 children, who tried to kill me, it wasn't something I wasn't familiar with the history where I grew up. We're very aware of those games and people doing those things. How sad, disgusting, sick, and scary is that? I know when you start making a lot of the middle people, Hollywood, Dollywood connections and stuff, the activist groups, Epstein Island, a lot of the humanitarian stuff, the millions and a lot of money they make, billions, with a lot of those things. People know it over the years, the jerk games, the celebrities, and people that get involved with the humanitarian stuff, they get shown a video and they are helping and funding with top secret investigations. And they're actually really aiding and abetting some really sick stuff and they don't realize it. And people over the years have tried to tell them those things. Oh, I could spit out a long list of celebrities and people involved with those things. So over the last 10 to 15 years, a lot of people have caught on to that, so they've had to play into the hands of a lot of those things to try and help with different investigations. Yeah, that's a good example. There's a few movies that were put out. Dr. Phil is a good example too of someone else that's aware in some of those loops and different things of trafficking and issues for sure. Well, that's what's interesting is when you're dealing with a lot of those things and then when you start zeroing in, because you got to get to the roots, right, in the communities and the heart of things. And you have so many melodramas going on. Yeah. Well, they depend on that too, don't they? There's a whole group of marketers and stuff that follow around those investigations and things because they take advantage of the chaos too. Dude, it's so fucking stupid. It's really stupid. I don't really care about any of that. So yeah, we're already dead. Hopefully the people here in this community wake up. It was, hold on, I'll get back to it. Shinecock Indians. It's an Algonquin tribe of Long Island, New York, formerly occupying the southern coast from Shinecock Bay to Montauk Peninsula. Shinto. What's Shinto? Oh yes, a complex of ancient Japanese folk beliefs and rituals that developed into a national patriotic cult called the Shinto. Why don't you look that up? You got Shinto and Shinecock Indians. That should keep you busy for a little bit. It's very interesting. Shingles. How amazing that shingles is on the same. It's a good one, huh? Ooh, I like these. Oh, yeah, these are old. I like the moccasin type. The moccasin, the French, the sandal, and hold on, Coturnance, Cothurnus. Thank you. Cothurnus. Cothurnus. That's the Roman style. I'm looking at the different shoe styles. Are those cool? You like shoes, don't you? Hold on. Yeah, you probably like more of those pointy, ugly things. Yeah, I like the, I like the setup here. Yeah, they're all pretty nice. Huh? They all have their special qualities. Yeah, thank you. Ooh, Siberian ruby. Rublette. No, I was looking for that. I know there was something else you wanted to read about. Hold on. Sibbald's whale, or the blue whale. Sibbalds. Sibbald's. It's another term for the blue whale, yeah. Shylock. There you go. That was the other one you wanted to read about. A character in Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice. He lends Antonio, a merchant of Venice, 3,000 ducats on condition that in the failure to pay in 3 months for forfeit shall be a pound of the merchant's flesh cut off wherever Shylock chooses. How barbaric. Just skin a little off the knee. Yeah, it's a lot of old school stuff. It seems over, yeah, that some of them try to keep that stuff going or bring it back. Yeah, usually it's just the crazy, stupid drug addicts they get falling for a lot of that stuff. Get caught up. They use it as, it's really just an excuse that people use to bring violence and harm and chaos into certain areas. Create chaos, distractions. It's an excuse to help support their habits. Justification for their bullshit and crimes. We've been listening to it, yeah, pretty much our whole lives. That's what we do, I guess. Yeah, those are good ones. So you got the list there. You get Shaipen, Skylock, Shipka Pass. Yeah. Yeah, the different energy or systems. Yeah, it's really sad for a lot of people that have been, well, I wouldn't say subjected, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. You start to learn about too how so many, right, have done that before too. It gets destroyed. The documentation, the awareness, it just never even hits mainstream. Yeah, and we're just at a time where there's more communication and awareness of those things, and we're getting briefings and wind of it before those people die or just live out their lives without, mainstream communication. That would be you. Yeah, all of us. Yeah, as far as when it comes to do with a lot of the misconceptions, superstitions, basic human functioning, prescription medication. Yeah. Public private systems, a lot of the, right, and then how people are like zombies, man. Right, trained to just not talk about certain things, or they just don't, and they think they're cool because they know not to talk about it. Oh, it pisses people off, and then right, they are getting mad and angry. They're getting mad and angry at me. Right, and then they feel like one of the victims. Oh, I get it now. Oh, it's so pathetic. Oh, man. If people could just drop the bullshit and address the facts and concerns and talk about reality and what exists. Right, people don't want to do that. Why? Because you can't do anything about it. So why would you want to bring attention and awareness to that? And all the kerfuffles and mistakes and people doing investigations they shouldn't have been doing. And the ones that should have been being done, right? You almost had to do the ones that shouldn't have been being done to get the ones that needed to be done. Yeah, something like that is what they said. Okay. Sorry, kids. Yeah, family ties and associations. So because of that, I guess you have to suffer. And they're going to make money from it too, actually. A lot of the fucking druggies and people they're trying to go after are making money off that abuse. They have you fucking fooled. Isn't it a beautiful day? No. It's just the way it turns out sometimes, huh? Well, what are you willing to say what is? What's acceptable? What are you capable of speaking about and helping to bring awareness to? Is there a purpose to? No, you don't got to do that. It's not your job, not your responsibility. Why would anyone risk their profits? Right, exactly. And if you haven't noticed, a lot of the activists and people who get brought in to look at these situations, they do pretty well oftentimes, don't they? Well, it depends. They'd rather get them lose their minds and wind up poor, bumpity bump on the street. So that, yeah, it's just another person they gotta deal with to help keep them going, making them money, getting them advertisers and stuff like that. You gotta keep them happy and well fed. Staying silent about the exact things we're talking about is what keeps the other stories going and the money coming in. Well, Well, that's what's happening over the years with a lot of things is people will see certain ones with a voice or audiences and say, oh, that might be someone who can be real and talk about reality and help the people, not cater and feed into, you know. Happens to the best of them, doesn't it? Well, they got to too. That's just another hand you got to play into, like the people who made that movie with the child traffickers, and some of them had to pretend to be child abusers. Yeah, and all the animal activists, a lot of those. You got a lot of real and fake videos going out with that stuff. You got the child porn chasers. You got the animal activist chasers. Elon Musk might be able to help inform people about that stuff, but I mean, they're too important to talk about that stuff. Amazing how it makes their wheels spin, though. I don't know. Hopefully, I think they're aware, good people. You gotta be very careful with all the funding and money being thrown around. Are we going to Mars? My 2 tickets to Paradise, those are safe, right? In case they decide to nuke the place. I'm sorry, you have people that actually do that kind of stuff. They pay for it, don't they? Satellite. I know, it's absolutely insane, and we go above and beyond talking about a lot of this stuff. Many of those people are even willing to talk about, and isn't it interesting that for them to even brush the fucking surface with some of it, it's like top secret, dangerous, they gotta go into hiding. When are people gonna get fucking real? It's fucking pathetic. Help the children. NEM. Good, so you get those topics? I got a lot of dots. Good, thank you. You make fun of my hair. It's so, yeah, it's raggedy. And it's really, really just, I don't know what happened. Yeah, it needs a treatment or something. Some kind of a treatment. Maybe, do you know of any good rehabs? Here in the States, you know how bad the rehabs are. I hear Canada and India are highly sought places. You know, and then you just, right, you're going into a monastery or to become one with yourself. You had a nervous breakdown, you just, yeah, I know, I just gotta get away from it all. Well, it's just something a lot of them say, so their kids don't know that they have to go into drug rehab or got into some trouble, have some required stuff they gotta do. Yeah, almost like, you know how people get pulled over for drunk driving and stuff, and then they gotta do. I know, I told you, I'm working on the tracking system, don't worry. Yeah, they get pulled over for whatever, and then they gotta do a deep program. Many brave hearts are asleep in the deep. So beware, beware. I found your favorite marble. It is your favorite.